Right, so quickly before we start this video, I have a feeling in my jellies that a lot of people are going to ask me where this t-shirt is from. I got it at MCM Expo this weekend from a shop called Idle Moon, and it was hand printed. It's totally sustainable cotton. The whole thing is an ethical product, and it was the only thing I bought at MCM because it was the only ethical product I could find, and I thought it was really cool, and I was like, you know what, that deserves a little bit of promo. So Idle Moon, she was the only ethical product I found at the whole of Comic-Con. And it's cute! Right, so I thought we'd do a little bit of scrapbooking while I talk about some stuff I've been up to. I did quite a chatty video on my main channel as well, just because I'm trying to get back into posting once a week. So I thought I'd just do a bit of a scrapbook and chill. But the main thing I wanted to talk about that I've been up to was... do a gaps page. I got to be a judge for a book competition, which was really cool. I got asked, it was quite a while ago, a couple months ago, if I'd like to be a part of it. And I was like, absolutely hell yes. So I just had to read over the shortlisted books in 3 different categories. So there was like a younger category, which was mostly picture books, then a middle category, and then the eldest category was like 9 to 11 year age bracket. And because it was all shortlisted books, they had already been whittled down quite a lot, so I knew I was going to get to read some good books, basically. It was a little bit daunting because I had quite a lot of books that I had to read. There was 6 in each category, but most of them were picture books, so I could get through them quite quickly. One of the things I got to do, which was really cool, was leave quotes for some of the books that I really loved, which means that potentially in other prints of the books, they'll have like a quote by me. You know, when you read a book and it has quotes by other authors saying like, this book was amazing, I might get to be one of those quotes, which is pretty cool. So I thought I'd kind of go through the list. Obviously I'm not allowed to say like what scores I gave everything, but there weren't any bad books, they were all really good. I actually did a bookstagram of one of them because I loved them so much, which was The Whispers, on my new like creativity account. Hopefully I'll do more bookstagrams in the future. I totally understand why people bookstagram now, because I read that book and I was like, I have to make something for this because I loved it so much. You want to create something pretty to show how you felt about the book. Then there was The Train to Impossible Place. I basically just want to show you how many books I had to read for this. There was Boy 87, Our Castle by the Sea, which was another kind of big one. Gave me like Famous Five vibes. It's not a particularly similar plot to Famous Five, but you know when you get the same feeling that you got when you read something else. An unexpected twist. Still got that book smell. The Lost Magicians, which, this cover is so beautiful. It's so pretty. Seems to me when I just sniff on my books. So yeah, those are all of the like older kid ones. So they took the longest to read, so I kind of started with those ones. It made me realize that readathons, because I always see people do readathons, and I think, how do you do this? Like, how do you have time? But it made me think like a readathon is totally possible, and I could definitely do one. It's just about finding the time. Anyway, what I'm hoping though is that one of my quotes about one of these books is going to get put somewhere, because that would be really cool. Also, my Birmingham event is coming up. Let's do it like... yeah, my Birmingham event is coming up. I think we've got like 20 tickets left for the Birmingham event. That's on the 14th. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. The next lot was the like middle section of books. So, oh my god, this book. I have never learned so much in such a short space of time. Also, the main character is really cool. I think I've mixed up all the picture books, so I can't put them in categories. But here's the rest of the books. Which obviously didn't take so long to read. That was easy because they were mostly picture books. There was one in here that I really want to show you guys. And you're totally gonna figure out why. This one was called Cyril and Pat, and it was in the like young children's section. And it's basically about a squirrel that befriends a rat. but he doesn't realize it's a rat. He thinks it's another squirrel. And all the people are discriminating against the rat because they think he's dirty and gross. Basically, when I judge books, my most important categories is there a rat in this book? And does the rat feature in a positive way? And if you mark those two, then your book's the winner. I'm obviously joking, but it was really hard not to just be like, well, clearly this is the best book I've ever read. I just love rats. Just love rats. Some of these books made me cry as well. I mean, is anyone surprised? Everything children related with beautiful illustrations or animation makes me cry. There's one of the ones that made me cry, Ruby's Worry. It's basically about anxiety and like how to deal with it. And I thought it was so nice that they were doing something like that for children. And basically the way to get rid of it was to talk about it, and I cried while I read it because that's my state of mind. Who are we gonna stick here? Also, am I gonna put these in? I've got some pocket baddies from Snacky Boy Shop. They're like badass Pokemon. I like the Jigglypuff with a knife. It's from my friend's shop, Snacky Boy. Also, did you guys see that Kelsey went viral again? So funny. She was like interpretive dancing to Theresa May's resignation speech. Picking which Polaroids you're going to use in the book is so stressful. Also, I just want to quickly apologize, there isn't going to be a Comic-Con vlog because I'm still kind of taking things slow right now with my return to YouTube. I don't want to burn out again. So things are happening slow and steady. I was wondering if I was doing a book competition back in the day, what children's books would I have nominated when I was growing up? And I was thinking probably Midnight by Jacqueline Wilson, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Probably one of the witch books, which were not good books, but I was obsessed with them. WITCH Witch, which was basically like a magical girl story. Probably My Naughty Little Sister as well. Did anyone ever read those books? I loved those stories. They were like a collection of short stories about, you know, someone's naughty little sister. And I loved them. I think because I was a naughty little sister as well. Makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna stick any actual pictures down in my scrapbook today. I just wanna establish some more pages. I said this like years ago when I did my first scrapbook video, where I made this scrapbook, that the best way to encourage yourself to keep scrapbooking is to make pages that are ready to have stuff stuck down, because then you see it and you can see the place where you want to put the pictures, and it kind of gets your creative mind sparking. And that is still my #1 piece of advice for scrapbooking, is make some preparation pages. I'm literally just going to use some silver bunting for this bit. One other book I really wanted to show you guys from the collection, which was, oh, here it is. This book is really nice. It's called Julian is a Mermaid, and it's so beautifully drawn. There's very few words as well in this one. It was mostly the illustrations. And look at them, they're so beautiful. Can you see them? It was nice while it's like a little boy and his grandma, which I thought was sweet. And he wants to be a mermaid, like all the beautiful women he sees on the bus. And like at the end you see all of the chubby ladies with their mermaid outfits. This one just gave me a really nice, like warm, happy feeling when I read it. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff happening in children's books. I mean, not that anyone's surprised. And it was nice to get to be a part of it. I wonder if I'll ever write a book that will win an award. That would be very cool. I think these pages are gonna be Galaxy Girl pages, or I could even print some Polaroids from the stuff that happened over MCM. Or maybe I could do this page about some of my favorite books. I haven't decided yet. There's something very relaxing about just sticking stuff down in a book. Sticking down the shapes. Yeah, I think after I've done this, then I'm about done. So quickly before I go, I guess I'll link through to the Teach Primary information so you can have a look at those shortlisted books. And also we're doing like a readathon of Princess in Practice on Pigeonhole, and I'll be answering questions that anybody has as they go along. So I'll be like checking in every single day to reply to people's questions directly, which is going to be fun. And I'll also link to the Birmingham event in case anybody wants to get one of the last tickets and come along. And I'll link to Idle Moon's shop as well, because she deserves a little recognition for being the only ethical product at Comic-Con that I could find. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!